Welcome to Rossman Radio, the podcast where we dive deep into the journeys of entrepreneurs, founders, and e-commerce brands that are breaking through the noise and scaling like never before. I'm Elise, and Rossman Media is a trend-forward social media agency specializing in going viral and delivering 10x returns for the brands that we work with. Each week, I'll sit down with industry disruptors to talk about the highs, the lows, and the exact strategies that help them grow from their first sale to multi-million-dollar milestones. If you're ready to unlock what it really takes to win on social, build a community, and multiply your revenue, then you're in the right place. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Rossman Radio. This is your host, Elise Asaro, and I'm here today with Alexa Martinez, the owner of Maker's Shoes. Welcome.
Hi, Alice. Thank you for having me today. I'm very excited to share a little bit of my story.
Yeah, we were, blown away by the heart and just everything after talking with you. And I'm excited for everyone to learn not just what you have created with Maker's Shoes, but your journey. It's so unique. And there's been, struggles and there's been triumphs. And we kind of want to go through it all because there's so many women and men out there that want to start a business, don't know where to start. And then, of course, there's the market that changes everything. So what made you want to make this jump into entrepreneurship?
Well, I think those interpreters out there, they listen to me, listen to us today, basically something that you have with you. And it's something that constantly you want to create and innovate. And those ideas that you have since when I was little, I have the name of the business. And then we transition to Makers. But, it's something that is in you, I believe, because otherwise it's hard. Being in a business is not an easy. As you say before, we had a lot of roller coaster in the way. So many things happen in between those 20 years of business. So, yeah, I think it's that.
And did you know that this is what it was always going to be?
No, I know that I want to always say when I was little, I'm going to have my own business. And I know it's something that I'm going to import and export. I know it's something that it has to be built out, but I have no idea what it was. And during my years, I've been, thinking so many things. And then when I meet my husband, then this, come together and we start selling sandals, as I told you before. And for now, it's completely different than I imagine.
Yeah, that's wild. So when you first launched this business to now, what is something that you're most proud of? And what is something that you didn't anticipate as a hurdle?
Well, what I was more proud of was every time that I would travel with my husband, and sometimes in the airport, I saw people wearing the shoes. I'm like, oh my God, yes. Or when I visit some places in another countries, or here in US, and I said, oh, this is your shoes. That's our shoes. So I was very excited. I always that was a treasure in my heart, and because I always pray about every shoe. That is, say every woman that wear our shoe, it feels comfortable, feel empowered, and feel pretty. I mean, we always in heels and shoes and running. We as a woman have so many things to do during the day. So for me, that was very important and very, as a treasure in my heart.
Wow. That's incredible. I love that you just want to empower women and empower people that wear your shoes. And it's such a unique thing. You're not just looking to sell a product, but you're looking to make a difference. And that is what we need more of. What would you say are some of the challenges that you face when it comes to online sales and online marketing?
Well, right now it's very tough, very hard. And I think all those that have business right now and hearing me will kind of in the same boat. Because not only the tariff that is doing right now, that I think is affecting everyone in some other ways, but I understand the perspective because otherwise, in the long term, it's going to be hurtful even more. One of the biggest issue and things that we are confronting is Timu and Shein. So I'll say the names, but this biggest that are subsided by the government of China is being horrible, being hard, all the business because it's not fair. It's not fair because people, for example, our clients, boutiques, they pay rent, they pay employees, they pay advertising, they pay the shipping. So those things, it's adding and adding and adding. So it's a no fair business. Same thing as a wholesale as we do. We bring it from overseas, containers, aduanas, I mean, all customs and all those things that added up to the product is affecting. So yeah, it's
Yeah. And I think that's like the biggest reason why the tariffs are happening is so that businesses like yours can be protected in the long run, against like people like Shein and Temu, because yeah, like we want American businesses to be protected in America. And I hope that this gets resolved in a timely manner so that you're able to then continue spreading the word of your guys' business. So, how has this affected you guys in marketing? Have you guys pulled back?
well, no, actually, this is the moment that you need to be out there and tell the people, things like this, because at the end of the day, the final client doesn't know exactly what is in between all those stuff. They just see the final product and at X price, but don't see anything else. So we need to educate the final customer and they understand what is behind and also why they should. I mean, for example, one of the products that we manufacture in Colombia. So this is very in a short term, and this also we helping people over there in Colombia.
Yeah.
So it's more fair business with USA as well. So
Oh, yeah.
definitely. So those things, we need to educate the customer, the final customer. So yeah, I think you need to be more out there and spread the word. And so, you need to sort through the waves and that's very critical time. And I think it's more
It
important.
definitely it definitely is. Do you feel like companies like Shein and Temu come out with like copycats of your product?
Yeah, of course they do. Of course they do.
Yeah.
And they pushing, it's they push very hard to you sell through them. Actually, we did it. We have to do it. Otherwise, it's impossible. It's like they say, if you can kill the enemy, I mean, if you can, do something with the enemy, pues enjoy the enemy because
Yeah.
it is tough. It is hard. And
It's
most of
extremely hard.
yeah. So one of the things I think is very important is that you spread the word. There's so many things in TikTok and Instagram and all this social media, people talking things that don't really know. They don't really know about that, and they just telling the people so many lies. So yeah, those we are in the business and know very well, we need to spread that word.
Yes. And then would you say that you guys have been marketing from the very beginning? Like, how have you been spreading the word?
Well, in different ways, and it's changing every time. In 2004, when we started the business, Facebook was starting in the meantime. So by that time, trade shows, it was the biggest to do connections. So
Mhm.
that's basically what we do at that time when we start trade shows all around US and different cities, Las Vegas, Los Angeles,
Right.
New York, Atlanta, Miami, all those shows we all around. Also, we have salesmen that visit different countries, bring the shoes with them, show it to the different boutiques overseas, and also internally in US. So that's the way we approach our clients at that time. Then we implement, this social media that is starting, growing and growing. And
Yeah.
yeah, it started, we do billboards, we do magazines, we do TV, we sponsor so many other um, uh, programs like reality shows that are starting also doing great. So we'll do all those kind of stuff in the past, and yeah, that helped a lot.
Yeah. Okay. And what's the inspiration behind the brand?
Well, as we spoke, before,
The
we are family.
7-7. Tell us.
Yes, we are family business. My husband and I, we start from scratch, and then our children also enjoy the company. But yeah, one of the things is we have three brands. One is makers. We started with makers, which is we're trying to do the wing makers. We do constantly creating and doing, but never stop, never start believing, never stop doing. And then we have the newest and the brand new 77, which is
I love them.
yeah, this is from Matthew 18, 21, 22, when Peter asked Jesus, how many times do I forgive the sins of my brother? Until seven times? And Jesus said, no, until seven times, until 77 times. So that comes like 490 times a day. So our life is constantly in forgiveness. And you can imagine to my husband is from Colombia, I'm from Honduras. So completely different culture. And we get each other not only in the house because we are married, but also in the business. So
Mhm.
we know a lot of forgiveness. But yeah, that's I think at this time that we live in, we need forgive one another more than ever. So many things is happening, and I think this is very important to share with everyone. When you don't forgive, you hurt yourself, and it's I really when you forgive and forget, all the stress passes and just okay, can start new.
Yep. I could not agree more. Well, thank you so much. And before I let you go, what's one piece of advice that you'd give? Obviously, forgiveness is a huge value, but maybe someone that's just starting out, not knowing really where to start or feeling a little bit nervous. What's one piece of advice you'd give them?
Okay, when you have an idea, it's never gonna come perfect. You just need to do the first step. Write it down, your idea. Think what the ways that you can, do that idea, make it done. So if you needed someone, if need money, if you something, but you already have what you need. All what we have, that's what one of the miracles and things that we do when we start. We have no money and we just have an idea and we really want to do this. And it's like some people call it universe. We call Jesus God.
Yeah.
This compile. It's like everything is start moving around. And now we have a business 20 years and a lot of things to do. So don't stop yourself. Just write it down, believe in yourself, and start doing the first steps. And I know if it's in your heart and if it's doing something good for everybody, it's going to happen. And I want to hear that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. It's been incredible learning more about your journey and having you on. And we're excited to see how Makers grows this year.
Yes, absolutely. I want to share that with you guys. And I also want to hear that someone then hear this message, get inspired, and do the first step to do that business.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. Have a great, great day.
You too.
Bye.